Welcome back to Dunbarney Links, and you join me now on the second tee. And this is a par 5, and it's a great looking hole. It's definitely a chance, I would say, early in the round to maybe pick up a shot on the course. All right, so we're playing from the blue tees today, 482 yards, par 5. It's got a burn that crosses across the hole twice. So there's definitely some things to think about further down the hole in terms of going for it or laying up. But all of that hinges on whether I can hit the fairway. So it's a par 5. I'm feeling good. It's attack mode. So I'm going to hit the driver. So let's get my driver out the bag, and I'm just going to talk to you very quickly about a couple key things I look for when I'm setting up for hitting a drive. So tee height, get a lot of questions about how high to tee the ball. Generally, you want to be able to see about half of the golf ball above the top of the driver, the top line there. Okay? So that's perfectly high enough. Don't think if you tee it any higher, you'll hit the ball any higher or lower. It's totally dependent on how you strike the ball. So tee height, I would say something like that. And then in terms of the setup position, a couple of key points that you're probably aware of, but you must make sure that you keep checking these, because it's easy for them to get a little bit off, especially over time, or if you've had a gap in your play. You want to hit the ball with the driver on the upswing, okay? So you want your what's called your angle of attack to be a positive angle of attack, hitting it on the up. There's a couple of things you can do in your setup that are going to encourage that. The first one being ball position. So all the clubs in the golf bag require a different ball position, and the driver needs one right at the front of your stance. Okay, so I'm a right-handed golfer, so the golf ball in a straight line is coming back basically to the instep of my left shoe. So that ball at the front of the stance, again, is going to encourage me to hit it on the upswing. Second point would be, now the ball's at the front of my stance, make sure that my hips and my shoulders are slightly tilted in this direction. Again, what that's going to do by getting my left shoulder, left hip slightly higher is going to encourage me to strike the ball much more on the upswing rather than if I got them the other way on the downswing. This type of angle of attack is not going to work very well with driver. You're going to launch it very low, and it's going to potentially have a lot of spin on it. The type of flight you'd like from a drive is something that launches quite high but doesn't have much spin. What that's going to do then is when it lands, it's actually going to roll out rather than stopping too quickly. So ball at the front of the stance and shoulders and hips slightly tilted, that's really going to encourage me to get this upward angle of attack into the back of the ball. Now, having got into the good setup position, it's very important that I commit to feeling like I'm hitting up on the ball through contact. One of the things I would commonly see, a mistake from a lot of the golfers at Dunbarney, is they get into a good setup position, but then when they come to hit the shot, they actually move in the wrong way and they end up hitting the ball on the downswing. Okay, there's one thing is setting yourself up properly to hit the shot, but there's another in still being in that good position at impact, or else if you maybe get too far ahead of the ball and strike it incorrectly. Usually the reason for getting into this poorer position is because you're trying to hit the ball too hard with your upper body. So my final tip with the driver, you want to hit it far, I want to hit it far as well, is again, I'm going to use that word, rhythm. Try and have good rhythm. You will hit the ball better and further if you can hit it out the sweet spot. If you've got good rhythm, I guarantee you will actually hit the ball further than when you try and hit it hard with your arms. Okay, right, enough talk from me. Let's see if I can get one down the fairway. Okay, so again, front of the stance for my ball position. I feel like I'm tilting to encourage an upward attack angle. Again, I've picked my line just down the right-hand side of this fairway. Let's see how I get on. It's a good strike, but I'll be honest with you, I have pulled it slightly. think I've gone into one of the fairway bunkers. So in the next video, once we get up there, I think you might find me in one of the pot bunkers.